Good morning, children. This is Shashi here, and already we have started chapter 5, that is your coal and petroleum. This chapter already we have started, and I have shared few video with you regarding means formation of coal, how coal was formed, how petroleum was formed. All the videos already I have shared with you earlier. Okay, now today I would like to discuss which are left from this chapter, those portion I would like to discuss today. Okay, now I would like to discuss what is resources. Resources means all the things which we use, consume or use for our benefit or for various purposes for our daily life. Okay, so all those things which we use or consume for various purposes, those are called as what? Resources. Like if you'll take example, river. River is resources or not? Yes. River water we use for drinking purpose and various other purposes, for generating electricity. So many things are there. Then ocean. Ocean ocean, is it a resource? Yes, from there we get fish. From ocean current also we can generate electricity. From ocean current we can generate electricity. Then wind. What about wind? Wind is resources or not? Yes, from wind energy we can generate electricity and we use electricity. Then so many other various types of resources are there. Then resources are classified into two parts. One is natural resources and one is man made. Okay, natural resources like river, mountain, ocean, all these are what? All these are natural resources. Okay, then man made resources. What are man made resources? So the resources which we get artificially, which we generate ourselves. Okay, like electricity is your man made resource. Or from nature we get electricity? No. So electricity is man made resources. Okay, then bus, car, all these are what? All these are man made resources. Okay, now if we'll keep on using all the resources, exploiting all the resources in huge amount, if we'll keep on exploiting our resources blindly, okay, without thinking, we'll keep on using blindly, what will happen? These resources, like coal is your natural resources. Do we prepare coal? It is already there in the nature. Okay, so coal, if we'll keep on exploiting coal, will it be left for our next generation? It will get over. Got it? So coal is what? Natural resources which can be exhaust one day, means it will get over one day. So the resources can be divided in two categories. One is inexhaustible natural resources and another one is exhaustible natural resources. Okay, now what is inexhaustible natural resources? These resources are present in unlimited quantity in nature and are not likely to be exhausted by human activities. For example, sunlight and air, means they are present in unlimited amount. They are present in unlimited amount, and we can use it in unlimited amount and it will not get exhausted, means it's not going to be over. Okay, we can use forever and it's not going to be over. So these resources are called as what? Inexhaustible natural resources. Like sunlight, air. Sunlight, will it get over by using sunlight? No, it will remain as it is. Air is in unlimited amount, it will not get over. So these are inexhaustible, means they are not going to be over. So these are inexhaustible natural resources. Then another one is exhaustible natural resources. Exhaustible means if we'll keep on exploiting these resources, it will get over one day. Okay, like wildlife, minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gas, all these are what? All these are exhaustible, means if we'll exploit it too much, then it will get over one day and it will not be available for the future. These are called as what? Exhaustible natural resources. So two types of resources are there: inexhaustible and exhaustible. Got it? Now we are going to study about one of the exhaustible natural resources, that is coal. Okay, coal, all of you have seen the coal. You live in coal filled area, so all of you know about the coal, isn't it? So what is this? If we'll keep on using it, if we'll keep on exploiting it, it will get over one day. So it is exhaustible natural resources, isn't it? So it is hard as stone and is black in color. All of you have seen it is hard as stone and it is black in color. And coal is one of the fuels used to cook food. So it is also used as domestic purpose for cooking food. And earlier it was used in railway engine, okay, to produce steam, and with the help of those steam, engine used to run of the railway engine, isn't it? So earlier coal was used in railway engine. Nowadays it runs on what? On electricity. Now also uh, so many railway engines are there which runs on steam with the help of coal. Okay, so and it is also used in thermal power plants to produce electricity. So with the help of coal only, you must have seen in your area, with truck by truck, tons and tons of coals are exported from here, means from CCL area. In trucks, coals are being exported from one place to another. Why? So that it can be used in thermal power plant. It can be used in thermal power plant to produce electricity. Then it is also used as fuel in various industries. Okay, like in steel industries, they need to melt the iron ore, and from there they have to obtain what? They have to obtain iron, steel, and various other copper, zinc. All minerals are obtained from their ores by melting their ores and gaining it. So how they'll melt it? So they have to produce heat. How they'll produce it? By burning the coal. By burning this coal, isn't it? So by burning coal, it produces heat and the ores are being melted and the pure particles, pure metals are being obtained. So coals, what is coal? So coal, it is hard as stone and it is black in color. And main constituent of coal is what? Main constituent of coal is carbon. What is the main constituent of coal? Carbon is the main constituent. And what are the uses? It is used as domestic. So its uses: one, what are its uses? Domestic purpose. Okay, domestic purpose. Then in industry, industrial purpose, various industry as a what? As a fuel. Then to generate electricity in power plants. In power plants to generate electricity. Okay, and various uses are there. Got it? So these are about coal. And now story of coal, how coal was formed. So one video already I have shared you earlier, that 300 million years ago earth had dense forest. Those dense forest got decayed in the earth's surface, and with high pressure and temperature it was converted into. So all this story you'll read it and you can write. Already I have provided you the video in previous class. Okay, so story about means formation of coal, and this is very important. Okay, already I have shared the video. So formation of coal or story of coal, how the coal was formed, this is very important and you have to keep it in mind, how coal was formed. Okay, similarly how petroleum was formed, that also. So coal is formed by what? By decaying of plants, trees, means what we call it, flora, isn't it? In biology you must have studied flora and fauna. And by decaying of fauna means various animals, sea animals, petroleum is formed. Okay, so already I have said you the video. Now come to another part, coal mine. You must have seen, you already live in coal mine area. Okay, so now coke. What is coke? Now what is coke? It is a tough, porous and black substance. It is almost pure form of carbon. Isn't it? What is the definition? Up to here, definition. It is tough, porous and black substance. It is almost pure form of carbon. So this is the definition of coke. Means it is very tough and porous and black in color, and it is pure form of carbon. And what are its uses? What are the uses of coke? It is used in manufacture of steel and in extraction of many metals, means in industries to extract the metal. Then coal tar. Coal tar, it is black thick liquid with unpleasant smell. Coal tar, if you will heat the coal too much, then it will become in liquid form, it will melt in liquid form, and black thick liquid, you must have seen alcatra chip, you call it, that only, that is your coal tar. Okay, so this is your coal tar. After melting the coal, after heating the coal at very high temperature, what happens to the coal? It convert into liquid, that thick liquid. Okay, that thick liquid is called as what? That thick liquid is called as coal tar. Okay, and it has very unpleasant smell. You must have seen in the construction of road, earlier in construction of road, coal tar was used. Okay, but nowadays coal tar is not used in construction. These days bitumen, a petroleum product, is used in place of coal tar for metallic the roads. Earlier coal tar was used, alcatra, that was used for construction of road. But nowadays what is used for construction? Instead of coal tar, bitumen is used, and bitumen is a petroleum product. Okay, so what are the uses of coal tar? You can see coal tar, what are the uses? So its uses, various uses are there of coal tar. Coal tar are used as starting materials for manufacturing various substances used in everyday life and in industry, like synthetic dyes, drugs, explosives, perfumes, plastics, paints, photographic material, roofing materials, okay, etc. So these are the uses of coal tar. Okay, so all these uses you can mention of coal tar. Now coal gas. So what is a coal gas? Now coal gas is what? Coal gas is obtained during the processing of coal to get coke. Means to from coal to obtain coke, one process is there. In that process coke is obtained. Distillation of coal is there. Okay, it is not given, we are not going to do it in detail. So just you know that coal is being processed to get coke, and in this process one gas is released. one gas is released, this gas is called as what? Cool gas. This gas is called as cool gas. Okay. So simply, what is cool gas? While after processing the coal to obtain coke, one gas is released. That gas is called as what? Coal gas. Okay. And this coal gas was used for street lighting for the first time in London in 1810. This coal gas was used as a fuel for lighting the street light. Where? In London. Okay. So this you have to keep it in mind. Now petroleum. Formation of petroleum, I have shared the video. Okay. And petroleum, so many petroleum products are there. So some of the petroleum products are what? Diesel, then petrol, and these are used as what? These are used as a fuel for vehicles. Heavy motor vehicles, diesel are used, and light vehicles, petrol are used as a fuel. Okay. So petroleum, how it was formed? So story of petroleum, already I have shared with you the video. Okay. Now this part, important part, that is the world's first oil well was drilled in Pennsylvania in USA. Okay, Pennsylvania in USA in 1859. So this part is important. First oil well was drilled where? In USA in 1859. Okay. Then 8 years later in 1867, oil was struck at Makam in Assam. Okay. So first time in India where oil was drilled, oil was obtained, was the state of Assam. And in India, what are the places in India where oil is found? So oil is found in Assam, Gujarat, Mumbai High, and in the river basin of Godavari and Krishna. So this part you'll have to keep it in mind. In India, oil is found in Assam, Gujarat, Mumbai High, and in the river basin of Godavari and Krishna. So this part you'll have to keep it in mind. Now come to refining of petroleum. What is refining of petroleum? Okay. So refining of petroleum simply means petroleum product. When you'll drill to obtain the petroleum product is obtained by what? By drilling process. Okay. So after drilling we get so many products as a petroleum products. Okay. Petroleum is a dark oily liquid. It has an unpleasant odor. It is a mixture of, now petroleum is mixture of various constituents such as petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, etc. Okay. So petroleum, it is constituent of various products. What are those various products? Those products are petroleum gas, petrol, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, and so many other things are there. Okay. Now all these things are separated from petroleum. All these things are separated. This process of separating the various constituent, this is called as what? This is called as refining of petroleum. Okay. So the process of separating the various constituent such as petrol, diesel, lubricating oil, all these various constituent of petroleum, this is called as what? Refining of petroleum. Okay. So what is refining of petroleum? Simply separating the various constituent of petroleum is called as refining of petroleum. So you can see the picture here. This is the picture of obtaining the petroleum product. Okay. Here oil is there. Here above that gas is there, lighter gas is lighter than what? Gas is lighter than liquid oil, and oil is lighter than water. So lighter things comes up. So above water oil is there, above oil gas is there. When drilling is being done, then gas is obtained, these oils are obtained, okay, and various petroleum products are obtained. Now these various petroleum products are being separated from each other, and that process is only called as what? Refining of petroleum. Okay. Now so many petroleum products are there, like LPG, LPG liquefied petroleum gas, that you use at home for cooking, isn't it? So these are the petroleum products: LPG, petrol, kerosene, diesel, lubricating oil, paraffin wax, bitumen. These are the petroleum products, and its uses are given here. So LPG is used for what? Fuel for home and industry. It is not only used at home, in industry also for cutting the metals it is used. Okay. Then petrol, all of you know what are the uses of petrol: as a fuel, as a fuel, and various uh, aviation fuel. Aviation means aeroplane fuel. Okay. Then solvent for dry cleaning. In dry cleaning also petrol is used. Then kerosene, fuel for stove, lamps, and for jet aircrafts. In jet aircrafts, kerosene is used. Remember this one. It's very important. For jet aircraft, kerosene is used, not the petrol. Okay. But for the aeroplane aviation fuel, aeroplane, petrol is used. High efficiency petrol is used for aeroplane, but for jet aircrafts kerosene is used. And all are what? All are petroleum products. Then diesel, all of you know diesel, for heavy motor vehicles, isn't it? Electric generators, in generators also diesel are used. Okay. Then lubricating oil for lubrication. Then paraffin wax, candles, vaseline. Okay. Then bitumen is used for paints and road surfacing. Earlier for road surfacing what was used? Coal tar was used, but nowadays petroleum product bitumen is used for road surfacing. Okay. So these are the uses of various petroleum products. Now a very important question arises: can coal, petroleum, and natural gas be prepared in the laboratory from dead organism? So as we know that from dead organism, you must watch the video which I said earlier about the formation of coal, about the formation of coal, how coal was formed and how petroleum was formed. Okay, that video you must watch. Okay. So the question is there, in brief I am telling that some trees are there. Okay. When these trees fall down with flood or any natural calamities, and what happened, it goes under the surface. Okay, it goes under the surface, and in millions of years these got pressurized, they got decayed under the soil and got pressurized. So they experienced high pressure, and below high temperature was also there. So with high temperature and high pressure, these natural vegetations were converted into what? These were converted into coal. In brief I have told you, you can watch the video. Okay. So these were converted into coal, not in 1 year, 2 year, 100 year, or 1000 year, in millions of years. Okay, in millions of years, not in 1, 200, or 1000 years, millions of years. You know, in 1 million 10 lakh is there. Okay, so millions of years, you can imagine. So in millions of years, these were converted into what? Coal. In the same way, the natural fauna means fishes were there, okay, frogs were there, don't laugh, okay, so various animals, sea creatures, generally sea creatures, what happened when they died? These fishes, frogs, whales, and so many creatures are there in the sea. When they died, then what happened? They got buried under the surface of the sea. Again, they got buried under the surface of the sea. And again, in millions of the years, these decayed creatures with high pressure and high temperature, these decayed creatures, sea creatures, converted into what? They converted into petroleum. Not in million, not in hundred or thousand of years, in millions of years. Okay, so you can watch the video and you can better understand. Got it? So now here question is given. One question is given. Can coal, petroleum and natural gas be prepared in the laboratory from dead organisms? Can we prepare in the lab? Can we prepare all this? If you'll provide high temperature also. High temperature will provide in the lab. In the lab, we'll provide high temperature, we'll provide high pressure. We can generate high pressure, high temperature in the lab, isn't it? And these plants products also we can provide in the lab. So from all these plant products, then pressure and temperature, high pressure and high temperature, all these will be provided in the lab. Then can we prepare coal from all this? Because from all these only coal was prepared. So in the lab, can we prepare coal and petroleum? So what is your answer? No, never. We cannot prepare, because it is very slow process. It took millions of years ago. So we can provide, okay, we can provide pressure, we can provide temperature, we can provide these natural creatures like trees, plants and all the animals also we can get. But time, it took what? Millions of years ago. That much time is it possible to spend in the laboratory in millions of years? Who will survive for the millions of years? So it's not possible. Not possible. It's impossible to prepare coal or petroleum in laboratory. Why? Because everything, pressure, temperature and all natural things we can provide in the laboratory, but that much time we cannot spend in the laboratory, means that much time we will not able to survive only. So how will prepare all these in laboratory? So it's not possible, because formation of petroleum and coal is gradual process. It's a gradual process. It took millions of years to form. Got it? So we cannot do it in lab. Now we come to the last topic, that is some natural resources are limited. They are limited. Okay? Like coal. Like coal is in limited amount. One day it will get over. Okay? Then petroleum also, it is in limited amount. One day it will get over. Petroleum products. Okay? All these will get over. Maximum, I am telling you, it's not given in the book. Maximum all the natural resources like coal and petroleum, maximum it will last for 90 years. Okay, you'll not find it in book, but I'm telling you, I know. It will last for 90 years. After 90 years, you'll not find coal, you'll not find petrol. Okay, so we all the scientists are doing research that what will be the substitute of coal and petroleum products, means on petroleum products only, in like diesel and fuel only our vehicles are running today. But when petrol and diesel will get over, then how it will run? That's why they are researching on electric, what, electric car, then solar car. So many researches are going on for this electric car and solar car and all the things whatever we are running on coal and petrol or diesel, all these things we are looking for its substitute. That's why in India, International Solar Alliance is there. Okay, its headquarter is in Gurgaon, isn't it? So it will provide the solar energy. It is planning to provide solar energy to the whole world. Okay, so that's the beyond the syllabus things, just for your information, I was telling. Okay, so all these natural resources are going to over one day. Okay, so to last it for more days, what precaution we can take, what step we can take so it can last for more years? So what we have to do? So in India, one organization is there. Its name is what? Its name is Petroleum Conservation Research Association. Petroleum Conservation Research Association, that is PCRA. In shortcut, it is PCRA. Okay, so it advises the people how to save petrol, diesel while driving, and some tips are given, means how to save petrol and diesel while driving. Okay, so 4 to 5 points are given. Drive at constant and moderate speed as far as possible. Constant and moderate speed, neither too high speed nor too low speed. Okay, then switch off the engine at traffic lights at a place where you have to wait, means at traffic light the people keep the engine on, they don't switch off the engine of their vehicle. So petrol or diesels are wasted, so they should switch it off their engine. Then ensure correct tire pressure, means tire pressure should be correct. If there will be less pressure, then it will consume more petrol and diesel, it affects on the engine. Okay, so it consume more petrol and diesel, so tire pressure should be proper. Then regular mention, ensure regular maintenance of the vehicle. If all of you know that if your vehicle will be not in proper maintenance, then it will consume more petrol. Okay, so these are the tips given by the Petroleum Conservation Research Association, that is PCRA. These 4 points you will have to remember. Okay, so here we end with the chapter. Okay, and I'm going to give you some questions, you have to solve it. Got it? Now you have to solve these questions. What are natural resources? Give examples. What are inexhaustible and exhaustible natural resources? Give examples. What is coal? Then explain in detail about the formation of coal. What is coke and what are its uses? What is coal tar and what are its various uses? What is coal gas? What is petroleum and what are the uses of various petroleum products? Explain in detail about the formation of petroleum. Then what is refining of petroleum? Can we prepare coal and petroleum in the laboratory? Explain. Then write the tips and guidelines given by PCRA to save petrol and diesel. then what is PCRA. All these questions you have to solve. It is very important in exam point of view. Okay, so you have to solve all these questions. Got it? So your syllabus is chapter 4 and 5. So chapter 5 we have covered, and chapter 4 already we have covered in previous time. Okay, so up to here today it's a marathon class. Till now in my online classes this much long class I have not taken. This is the first time that more than 35 minutes I have taken in as any online class. Okay, and we have completed this whole chapter. Okay, so see you in the next class. Watch the video properly. If you don't understand, repeat it and watch it again so that you can understand it better. Okay, so see you. Have a nice day. Thank you.